Hello everyone, it's the current FanFic Critic, Susan, and it's the former FanFic Critic, Meg, and today we're going to be doing a commentary of episode 199 of the original web series. How far along are you with your web series? I think I'm closing in on 100 episodes. I don't have my episodes numbered like you did, but I do believe I'm near 100. Congratulations. Thank you, dear, I appreciate it. Yes, everyone. The reason why we're doing a commentary today is because there's a bit of a delay with the web series, which you probably already figured out. I did intend on filming earlier this month, but Meg and I both got sick, which that kind of put a monkey wrench in our plans. And then we had the bloody heat wave from hell, which we're currently recovering from. But yeah, it was not fun. And it doesn't help that the stupid AC is not working that well. I've already tried tinkering with it. I'm a bit annoyed. We've had it for, I think, at least 5 years. I do believe we got it when I think at least Rorschach was still alive. Maybe Caddy was alive too. I'm not sure, but still. We might have gotten it that summer after he had died, because he had died in May. But I know we've had it for a while, and now it's just, like, not working. Yes, and when it's, like, 90 degrees Fahrenheit, not pleasant. Not pleasant. Not at all. Yes, so here we are. We're going to do some commentaries to make up for the lack of a web show. The web show should be coming back next month, as long as everything goes according to plan. Yeah, episode 199. Yeah, I think this was leading up into that stupid boxing fanfic with me and Hamster. Oh, yes, this was the story that was right before it. So she's going to have us do this episode, and then she will have us do episode 200, which is in 2 parts. I might as well warn you about that now. Oh, okay. I kind of remembered it being a 2-parter, so that makes sense. Right then, I'm closer to the mouse, so let's get this started. Okay, even with the volume turned all the way down, this is still way too bloody loud. Yeah. I don't know what she was thinking. She should have, like, tweaked the volume for this. This is, different. Yes, what happened to Sweeney Todd? This isn't the opening title from Sweeney Todd. This is bloody Doctor Who. And it's showing a lot of clips from that episode where you killed Archangel Assassin, apparently. Yes. I think most of the clips are from that bloody episode. Now there's Lesbian Jesus. Yeah, bloody god, I was such a psycho back then. You and me both. Well, you were actually getting better. I was getting worse. I really don't know why she changed the opening. She should have just stuck to Sweeney Todd. Well, hey, at least she's having it be Sweeney Todd for my series. Oh, yes. We have this, like, turned all the way down. Tweak it a little bit more. There we go. Now it's down to 1. To 1. Okay. Because that was pretty loud, too. Yeah, I was really not in a good headspace when I did this episode. Yeah, I can tell, which I don't blame you. I think around this time, this is when you were really struggling with what I had done. Yeah. That was back when retribution and strength sounds innocent enough. Yeah, that was back when we still used the big light in this room. I find that light too bright now. Well, I think it's because we changed the light bulbs in it. Did this person change his name? Like, the author's name is different now. Yeah, it is. I don't know why I thought keeping this from you was a good idea. I just think it was because I was in pure panic mode when I realized that I had to do this review. I mean, you were going to find out eventually, but I thought I could just tell you about it afterwards. I mean, it probably would have been better if I just waited for you to not be home and then record. Yes, Meg, but back then I didn't really leave the house that often. Yeah, you were always in your room. Yes, and in this case I was right outside the doorway, listening to the entire thing. You heard the entire thing? Yes, I did. I knew you were going to be recording. So I decided to just park right outside the door and listen in just in case anything happened, and that's how I found out what was going on. I was thinking about making myself known immediately, but I'm like, no, let's see how this plays out. That's good to know. I'm sorry, Meg. I was a bit much back then. It's okay, so was I. Oh, jeez. I mean, I guess that explains a lot why you would always pop in at certain times. Yes. Right. It's kind of weird seeing that room from our perspective watching your web series, because that's definitely different now. It's just a closet now. Yeah, I'm not sure why the creators designed the house the way she did in our reality and then backpedaled on it. I think it's because too much had changed when, this web series had started up mine, I should say. So I think that's why she, Yeah, but she changed it around before you even did your web series. It was when she revealed herself to us. Oh, that is true, then. I don't know. I mean, these stories weren't terrible, per se. They were just kind of silly. And this one and its sequel were just really... I mean, they still piss me off to an extent. But not as much as they did back then. Why is that? Well, back then I would get all up in arms when people would write stories about me doing horrendous things to you. And then looking at it as myself now, it's like, well, younger me, what did you expect? You did do horrible things to Meg back then. Especially the 2 face pistol incidences. And even before that, I wasn't exactly gentle with you, so I don't know why I was so shocked that people were writing these stories about me being violent towards you when I was, in fact, violent towards you. Well, you weren't that bad. I mean, what about that stupid story where you, ran me over with a car? Even you back then wouldn't do anything like that. I know, Meg, but still. And I mean, the fact that it took you so long to recover from the face pistol incident, to the extent that you're still suffering from it to this day. I will say, it did take a lot for me to keep quiet when I was listening in on the other side, because I was getting angry. But then again, I didn't think. I just reacted back then, before thinking. And most of the time I didn't think until someone said, hey, maybe you shouldn't be a jerk. Oh, yes. I mean, getting verbally lashed by both Archangel and Lesbian Jesus during the face pistol incident, I definitely needed that. I mean, I think I might have eventually realized, hey, what I did was wrong, but it's in the past, Sue. Yeah,
Maybe that's supposed to be the irony about this fanfic. A fanfic about the FanFic Critic, where the author of this fanfic does not know the use of proper spelling and grammar. Well,
I would say his spelling and grammar wasn't terrible. I mean, it was kind of blah, but I've seen worse. Yeah. Or that stupid story that I reviewed recently, that hate one. Oh, yes, he did actually comment on my video, by the way. He was actually seemed a bit offended that I didn't like the story. Why would you like the story? It was not even written good. It wasn't even entertaining. It's like, I thought that was deliberate on his part. I don't know, but... I mean, like I said before, I'm not reading any of his stories again, even if he does make an improvement. Yeah, well, I don't blame you. I mean, I think that's one of the reasons why, for the longest time, the creator was okay with me not doing Comics Nix. I think she was burnt out by how Comics Nix was on the original web series. That's why she was okay with me not wanting to do it, but then I pissed her off and now I have to do Comics Nix stories. Yeah, well, Ringmaster J5 isn't around anymore to torment you anyway on that, so that's probably another reason why she allowed it. She had kind of spoken to me about that whole thing, and it kind of got to a point, I think, with the Comics Nix challenges, she said originally they were going to keep going, but she was getting sick of doing them, and that's why she had episode 140 be a grand finale for that, in a sense, and she kind of said that the real Ringmaster J5 wasn't happy about it, but she was like, you know what, I'm done doing it. I'm not going to keep having you make these challenges, and at the end of the day, this is my web series, not yours. So that's pretty much what she had said anyway, from what she can remember. And I guess that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. I kind of can see that. I mean, because it did feel like he was taking over the web series after a while, because the other challenges went on like your official web series. Like, it wasn't part of your episode lineup, it was like specials. So, yes, I can see where she was probably getting annoyed with it. Oh, yeah, and don't get me started on the Sweet Apple Massacre. I was like pretty much forced into doing that. I didn't want to review that, but the people requesting it kept harassing me, and probably were harassing the creator too. Yes. In my case, the creator had stumbled across the story, and she was afraid that if she ignored it, that people were going to eventually catch on that there was a sequel and that they were going to harass us to do it anyway. So she pretty much was like, you know what, I'm just going to have Susan read this and get it over with now, just so I don't have to deal with it in the future. And let's cross our fingers and hope that no one writes a third story. Well, I don't see how they... Well, I don't know. I guess they could, because Big Macintosh did get away with it at the end, but that was so freaking bad. I know, it really was. You know, I just realized that this story is relatively short compared to the one in the 200th episode. Oh, what's going on here? I do like that you're trying to, like, silently laugh.
Apology, you mean? Okay. But she was cut off when Susan pulled her into a big...
Yeah, I was trying to be as quiet as possible. Oh, you did a good job. I mean, I could still hear you. I mean, I was straining to hear you at some points, because I practically had my ear up against the door, and I was worried that you could hear me pressing up against the doorway, but I think you were so distracted by the story that you didn't hear me. I mean, you did do a good job trying to be quiet, but it didn't matter because I did hear everything. Yeah.
Wow, completely different fanfic time. Susan does not know shit about boxing, and I really don't give a flying fuck about boxing.
Yeah, that is true. I don't know anything about boxing. I mean, I know that me and you had went and watched Rocky IV recently just for nostalgic reasons, and I mean, that's all I really know about it from the Rocky films. But aside from that, it's not something that's my cup of tea per se. Yeah.
I'm not afraid of getting hurt. Just because I'm a little iffy about being shot a bunch of times with a face pistol doesn't mean I'm afraid of getting hurt. I mean, you're talking to someone who occasionally slits her own throat every now and then. Jeez, I like how this person makes...
That must have been painful. I don't see how you could have done that, to be honest.
You won't get hurt.
Yeah, a lot of adrenaline, and as long as I did it correctly, it would be over quickly, but again, botched ones, not so much. Yeah, that would explain why sometimes when I would discover you, you would look really, yeah. I am sorry about that. That's why I'm okay with, you know, what you had done afterwards. It doesn't make it right. I know, we've already had this discussion, but I can understand why you were angry. Yes, well. We're both different people now.
Are you feeling better? Her pissed if I keep on making comments like that, so I'm going to stop now.
Oh, God. And you heard all of this? Yes, I did. I mean, yes, I was rather creepy back then. Yeah, what was with you, like, watching me sleep? I was just making sure you're okay. I didn't realize how it was coming across. Yeah, you know, it's just kind of funny. Because back then, you were all up in arms whenever people would write stories, you know, slashing us together, yet your own actions, dear, kind of, encouraged it. I know that now, Meg. It doesn't matter now anyway. But yes, I know that now. A lot of the things I did back then. Yes. Yes, like in episode 140, I mean, me removing your chat and stuff, that there was a reason for that. Well, I know. I saw the episode itself. My shirt was destroyed. I just don't know why the creator decided to show all that, or, you know, decide, oh, I'm going to show that Meg got shot by Susan, so I'm just going to film her boobs. just her boobs. You couldn't even see where the damn wound was. Oh, you kind of could, but she should have had the camera angle be different. Because that's the thing. She could have just had to be a bit slightly higher. Or maybe like an aerial shot. Well, Sue, I don't know if she could have done an aerial shot. I mean, well, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Or if she could have had someone else helping her with that. I don't think she did that with that one. Usually when she had someone else helping film, the camera would be moving. Like, well... yes. Episode 192. Yeah, she definitely had someone filming that. Did you watch that episode? Yes, Sue, I did. Why? Well, the creator made you relive the creator made you relive episode 140, and I figured that if you could go through that, then I should suck it up and just watch episode 192 and, face the past. And, yes, the shoddy editing in that episode did help things. The face pistol looks like a freaking gun in that episode. It was very twitchy. I think I would have been fine if I didn't watch the Edward episode, because that one had the dream, and the dream, although the blasts were super exaggerant, the dream was definitely more realistic to what went down in our reality. Bloody Christ, Meg. Well, that explains why you've been rather jumpy. Yeah. And you were not going to tell me, were you? Well, I told you now because we're doing this. Yes, well. Right then.
I'm trying to be restrained for this, because if I didn't have to worry about Susan overhearing me, I'd be ripping your head off right now.
Again, this story really isn't that bad compared to other ones that were written about us more recently.
Puzzled.
That's why it's kind of funny watching me freak out over the story, because if this was us reading it now, it'd be like, okay, well, this was okay. This is just some story about Susan setting me up to be a boxer for some reason. I do like how you're still trying to be quiet, although I can still hear everything that's going on. Oh, so this is what you were doing. Yeah. Bloody Christ. I was wondering why. When I was listening in on you, I was wondering why. It was just silent, and then I heard the whispered, fuck you, and now I know why. Yeah. Again, trying to be as quiet as possible, and that did not work out, because it didn't matter. You heard everything anyway, so yeah.
Soon enough, Susan said as she finally took her leave.
I will say, though, in these stories, we are out of character, though. Yes, because for starters, you would never physically attack me. And before you say, but I slit your throat, that doesn't count, because after that, you never did anything like that again. And before you mention you slapping me across the face, I did deserve that. But aside from that, those two things, you've never physically attacked me. So that's one reason why. Out of character. And if you had physically attacked me, I don't think I would have been taking it this well. I mean, in this story, I had ulterior motives, but I would not have... Yeah, I think they get the point, Sue.
FFC versus Hamill Hamster. For God's sake. Really? I highly doubt Hamill.
Is Hamill Hamster still around, do you know? She probably is. Hopefully she's in a better mental state. And hopefully, well, I think if she had discovered your web series, she probably would have made herself known by now. But yeah, hopefully she's in a better mental state. I hope so too.
Before I have a chance to explain myself, something tells me that
here
Susan
I come.
Probably...
You're about to see me. And I didn't help things with how I was with you back then either. How did I not hear you entering the room? Well, you were very distracted, love. That's why you didn't hear me. And also, I was very, very slow about opening the door. All right, then, let's read the title thingy. So, the end. The fanfic, excuse you, I was reading that. Hold on, I gotta fast forward to the freaking end. Okay. I thought I paused it. All right, so. All right, there we go. It's paused. Okay, now let's read it. The Fanfic Critic belongs to Megan Wessels. The fan fiction featured on this web series are featured for critique and entertainment purposes only. The subject material in which the reviewed works of fan fiction belong to their respectful owners. Any clips, videos, music, etc. that are used in this web series that are not of my creation belong to their respectful owners. This web series is protected under fair use. Fair use. Ha. What do you mean? Okay, so, I recently discovered that my videos are now currently being partially blocked because of this opening title from Sweeney Todd. Why? I don't know, I guess the person who owns it suddenly has an issue with me using it. And when I tried to fight it, one of the things it says like, oh, well, you can't fight it because of the fair use claim. It's like, well, isn't that the entire purpose of fair use? Yeah. So I think I was successful with fighting the first claim, but then when I looked at my library again, almost all of them have the partially blocked thing going on, so yes. Well, that's annoying. I really don't want the opening to change. I mean, I don't know, it's just annoying. Yeah, well, YouTube's always been disrespectful of fair use. You'll say fair use, and they're like, ha ha ha, that's nice, we're gonna block you anyway. The whole thing is stupid. Well, what makes no sense, though, it's like the YouTube video already lists that song being used, so what's the problem? Maybe it's just another country where it's not allowed anymore? I don't know. I mean, the phone version of YouTube Studio is not very helpful. I think I'll have to look at it via desktop to find out what's going on. But either way, it is rather annoying. Alright, everyone, thank you for watching this commentary. The next commentary that will be coming up will be for episode 200. It'll be in 2 parts, obviously. We will both see you then. Stay cool, everyone. Let's survive this summer of hell. And yes, we have another heat wave just around the corner. Not looking forward to it. Cheerio, everyone. Bye.